Welcome everybody to another episode of the Kerrnel Does Feed the Beast. We are on the Trek Ultimate server. Thank you for joining us today. I ran out of some cherry wood, so I need to go cut down some more trees. So while I do that, we have not finished the upper floor yet, but we are working on it. I have started tapering the roof a little bit, so I had to convert all of the not the stone, the wood planks into stairs. So we kind of run out of wood planks, and to be honest, we're going to need some more stairs as well. So we are going to go chop down some more trees so that we can continue building the barn, and we're going to finish that this episode. And we are also going to see if we can get our windmill hooked up. So let me chop down some more trees here, and we will be back with you in a jiff. Sun is setting, and we are back here. I've chosen to do the roof in witchwood. I think it looks good. I had no reason to cough, and then as soon as I start recording, I got a cough coming. Unbelievable. Okay, so what we've done here is for the roof, we have a gradual slope, and I need to way up there now. We have a gradual slope, so what we do is we start down here with a stair, and then we do a full block, and then we do a stair, and then a full block, and then a stair. And now that we are up to the next level, or we're up high enough that we want to start having a more severe taper. So we're going to just run it up here like this and continue to get these guys up until we get to a point at the top. Is it gonna make it? I think so. Exact number that I needed. How awesome is that? Alright, so let's make some slabs. 6 and 6 is 18. That should be plenty. There we go. Oh, for crying out loud. You gotta be kidding me, man. There we go. Alright, so let's see how stupid and derpy this thing looks. Yeah, I guess it could look worse. Pulling up my image here that I want to look at. Alright. So I don't have it there. You know what, let's go back and finish the sheep area before we do anything, and then we can fix up the outside. Okay, so this is the sheep area. There we go. Alright, so let's get some torches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, guess I gotta do it over here too. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. don't really care about up here because nothing's going to spawn in the air. There we go. Okay, so we're lit. Alright, now where are we going to put this sheep stuff? So if I recall correctly, the power comes in here. And if I dig a hole... Okay, so that is correct. So we're just going to branch it off, going up and over. Cool, so it's going to come up here. And then it's going to... What's it going to do? Tell me, oh diagram, what are you going to do? You are going to have power going into a rancher. And let's just put the rancher right here, I think. So that's 5, and that's 5, that's 10, 11, 12. Why is that even? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12. I don't understand that. How is that even? I thought it was odd and odd. Alright. Anyway. So we're going to have the grinder. Let's say it's going to be right there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 1. Wow, I screwed that up, didn't I? There we go. All fixed. Alright. So this is not going to be a grinder. This is going to be a rancher. And all it's going to do is harvest the wool from the sheep in the room here. Easy peasy. So let's just, for consistency, let's plop that down there. So power is going to come in here and go over the top. And then at the back is going to be the wool, and it's going to go into a chest, an ender chest that goes back to somewhere else. So that's really all there is to the sheep. Now we are going to, I think we probably could put another layer on top of here for chickens if we really wanted to. But I'm not going to worry about that right now, because we don't really need chickens yet. Hopefully never, because I hate them. But no, we're good to go here. So now we need to hook up the... Oops, crud. Now we need to hook up the windmill. So... let me go grab the windmill and see what we got to do here. So apparently there are some moonstone meteors that come in that are part of, I think, Ars Magica. And they've been littering my beach head here. And they leave behind some moonstone ore, or moonstone, or whatever it's called. I don't know what it's used for yet, but kind of pockmarks my beach. My beautiful beach. We'll have to come up and clean this later, but that was interesting. Kind of freaked me out. I'm standing inside my base and I hear an explosion. I'm wondering what the heck could that possibly be? It was a meteor. So, kind of taking a little bit of a detour here. So with the 1.6.4 versions of mod packs, or the mods, things have changed a little bit. We were trying to get to the windmill. Oh, and actually, I don't know if you've seen this or not. I used some microblocks to kind of accent the barn a bit. Just on the front for now. We'll probably do the sides and the back later. But I think it kind of looks a little better than just a big red bullet. Or whatever it looks like. So the problem with getting, excuse me, to the windmill is that, so what I would normally have used in Unleashed are the glass fiber cables. These are really expensive now, and actually they do up to 8,000 EU per tick. But my understanding is that the EU system has changed a little bit from the old packet system. But either way, it can carry a bigger current now. But the recipe has changed, and it's a lot more expensive. So you need silver dust in the middle, and that's not bad. I mean, that we can work with that. The problem is the energium dust. One of those costs 2 diamonds and 5 redstone. Oh, I just noticed that. That was 9. That's not too bad. Not too bad, I guess. Still kind of pricey, though. So I guess we could get... But, either way, this recipe only gives you 1 glass fiber cable. It doesn't give you, 6 or 4 like the old recipes. So it's still very expensive. So I've been looking into possibly switching out to gold cable, insulated gold cable, and this recipe is expensive. So we're looking at 2 rubber and 1 gold cable for 1 insulated gold cable. So I'm thinking it's probably the way that we want to go, but that's still expensive because I think we used to get 4 out of these now before. Plus, the gold cable is no longer just 3 gold. It's actually a gold plate, and you have to cut it. And it does give you 4, but the gold plate is actually 4 gold ingots. So, or you can use an extruder or cutter or whatever. So we are going to use the cutter, and I'm not sure. I went mining and I got about 1.5 stacks of gold, gold ingots rather, out of that run. So, and actually, I'm just using the manual. What do you call it? It's part of the AE, applied logistics. This guy here, grindstone. So I'm just manually grinding them up now. Takes a few minutes, but it doesn't cost me anything, and I don't have to build anything, which is great. So I'm going to go ahead and make some gold cable. I'm thinking that we'll probably make about 20 or 30 just to start. So at least we'll have enough to get from the windmill into the MFSU, and then we'll have to figure out from that point what we need to build for the MFSU. Well, let's figure it out now. So the MFSU no longer does 512. It does 2048. So we have to step that down, and we need... We need the HV transformer to step it down to 512. And then we need the MV transformer to step it down to 128. And I believe all of the machines that are running off, that are running part of the Minecraft, or the Mine Factory Reloaded mod, they will support up to 128 EU per tick. So I'm thinking that maybe that's what we'll do. But what is the cost of these things? 2 gold, electronic circuit. So we need some copper cable, which is not an iron plate. Iron plate's not a problem. So even these are expensive. So it's 1 rubber and one insulated copper cable. Alright, so that's not too bad. It's just going to be tedious work, which is not a big deal. So then this guy is a basic machine casing, and that's just iron plate. That's not a big deal. And if we did want to go to the... I'm not going to worry about that. What's the advanced battery? So lead dust and sulfur, we have that. Not a problem. And bronze plate. So bronze is a bronze ingot. So 4 bronze ingots, basically. So either we could use Tinker's alloy and get the Tinker's construct stuff going, or we could do... Oh, man. Alright, so this is IC2. Copper, tin, and copper. And that'll give us bronze dust. So that's not too bad. So I think what I will do then is just get to work on making some cable and see how many cables I can come up with. Well, I guess I could probably calculate that now. I've got 42 rubber, so I can come up with 21 gold-plated or gold-insulated cable. So I'm going to need some more. So I'll just continue farming out the our rubber trees and accumulating some rubber. And we'll be back once I have all the materials I need to start getting work on this stuff. I was not expecting the recipe changes. I'll have to admit that. I thought that things would be more or less the same. But nope, that's fine. Which makes it interesting, because I was all for the recipe changes, because I wasn't planning on, or because when originally I had heard about them, I thought that we would be, using machines a lot in this world. But when I switched over to Magic, now these simple things that I sort of took for granted are now a little bit harder than I had originally thought. So, no worries. We'll get through it. And I think it's good overall with the recipe changes, to be honest. So, we'll be back. I also had a very noobish move. So I was harvesting the wheat, and we had some extra seeds, and I had my axe here, my pickaxe, and the seeds were right here, and I was trying to rush, and I clicked right here and stuck my axe into the chest, and it got sent in here, and now it's gone. The infernal furnace will destroy anything that it cannot smelt. So unfortunately, my pickaxe has gone bye-bye. Oh well. C'est la vie. I guess we've got one pickaxe left from the kits. Oh, come on. Got one pickaxe left. Oh. Die. Cow. We got one pickaxe left from the kits that we got. And I'm trying to save that for now because it's got Fortune 3 on it, and I don't have any Fortune enchantments yet. So we will probably, once we get the machines done and everything, I'll probably use it just for utility, or maybe an iron pickaxe. But we will probably get to work on the Tinker's Construct stuff so I can get a pickaxe all created and ready to go. But first things first, getting ahead of myself. Let's get the materials ready for this thing and be back with you in a minute. Alrighty, for educational purposes, I'm going to show you how to get... So we were looking to make the gold cable, and we need to make a cutter. Now the cutter is 3 iron plates and 2 iron ingots. So we can either use the iron plates from the rolling machine, which we don't have, or we can use the forge hammer. And I have made a forge hammer. And basically you just put your iron next to it, and there you get your 3 iron plates. And then we arrange those to make our cutter. And I've calculated it out that we need 20. So if we're going to make 20 cable, then we're going to need 20... It's 1-to-1 gold ingots. So we're going to make 30 of them. Oh. Oh. My calculations were off. So if we're going to make 30 cable... Let's see how this looks. So we've got 8 gold plates. Okay, so we needed 32 minus 12. So yeah, we needed 20. What was I thinking? Okay, so well, we can make more then. So that is how we get those, and I've been smelting away, and there we go. There's 20, and we can make more as we need it. So that'll get us started. So let me finish gathering the other stuff, and then we'll head back up to the barn and try and get this windmill up and running. Alrighty, now we have the materials we need to get the windmill set up. So we are going to go ahead and get that done. Now we're going to use, as I say, the gold insulated cable, or insulated gold cable. And the numbers are not... I don't have the most recent calculations, but at least in the old IC2, the gold cable was basically more or less 2 EU per tick loss per block. So if we're going 20 blocks or less, we're probably looking at losing about 10 EU per tick. So, you know, the grand scheme of things, we're using 512, so, you know, we'll get 500 EU per tick maximum. So I'm not concerned about it. And we're going to put some covers over this stuff to make it look a little nicer later on. But for now, this is good. I wonder. Should I put a block here or a block here? Let's save ourselves one. I think we're going to save ourselves one. Cool. Alright, so we come in here. And we come in... Alright, before we do that, we're going to stick our MFSU down. Now, I need to remember... Actually, no, I don't. Because we have a wrench on us, so if we need to move things around, we will. So we'll plop our MFSU down right... where do we want to put that? I think we're going to put that right here. I guess we're not saving ourselves anything if we put it on the floor, are we? So let's put it up in the air. Alright, so I think this is the output, if I'm not mistaken. And all other sides are inputs, but let me make 100% sure on that. because we don't want to. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter. We can figure that out as we go. We're going to now need to put the rotor on the windmill. This is so derpy. Alright. So we go up here, we stick the rotor in. Okay, so it's generating 460 EU per tick, which is great. Where's my shovel? So we should be able to immediately figure out whether or not this is getting power, and it is. So we're charging. Awesome. All right. So now we need a different cable to step this down to a high voltage transformer. So let me get that set up, and we'll be right back. A new day. A new day to realize how much I suck at this game. Alright, so I have been working a little bit on here, on the barn, and specifically with the cow pens. And we got the grinder and the chronotyper and the breeder finished, and we got those made up. And we built a bunch of copper cable, and we built our medium voltage transformer and our high voltage transformer. So we're kind of all set there, and we got our gold cable connecting the two together. Our MFSU is fully powered, and I've actually taken down the rotor so that we're not overusing it. We've got 4 million EU in here. Is it 4 million or 40? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 40 million EU. So we have plenty for now. So we don't need to keep using the rotor up. I've separated the pens out, and we're using witchwood to separate the walls. And I put some doors in. We're going to have some glass here so that we can look in and watch the carnage unfold. And in case we need to do some maintenance in here, I've got a door that we can go into this pen, and we can go into this pen, and we can go back in here for the stuff that's going to go on over in this area. And this will be the items coming out of... actually, there won't be any items coming out of the breeder, but there's going to be items going into the breeder, and we're going to have a chest here to do that. So just in case we need to get access to that, we'll have that there. And we will continue. And what we're going to do is we're going to hide all this stuff with some covers, so it won't be as ugly. I don't even know why I'm closing those. We're just going to open them again. So the last piece of the puzzle is to connect up the MFSU with the HV transformer. And because this is outputting 2048 EU per tick, the HV transformer will accept 2048 2048 EU per tick into it, and then it steps it down to 512. So in order to use the 2048, we need to use this bad boy, the insulated HV cable. Now, the HV cable, it takes an extra rubber. It didn't sound right. It uses an extra rubber, and it's not an easy recipe. So you have to have a metal former to make it. And I don't have one. And the metal former, if you look at it, it takes 10 EU per tick, 32 EU per tick max. So basically, you need to have EU coming into the metal former. I don't want to. I just need one cable, right? I don't need to have a full infrastructure of EU right now. So rather than build all these machines, I was asking if somebody had one. Actually, I was actually going to build the machines that I needed, and was asking if there was another way to do it, but there wasn't. And through the generosity of Torian, town Trying to, I can't remember who else he was with. But either way, I thank you for both of you guys. And so that kind of helps me out. Oh, crap. Oh, I need to get under there. So, yeah, that should be fine. There we go. So we're pointing that down so that we can just kind of hook it up here in the crotch. So I'm hoping and crossing my fingers that nothing's going to blow up. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Oh, I'm such an idiot. Shift click. 3, 2, 1. Alright. Now, these guys have power. They do have power. Alright. So we are good to go. How much is this sucking up? None, really. Because it's just powered them up, and that's it. We're good to go. Alright. So now we just need to stick some cows in here. I'll close this off. I think I have... Yeah, I've got Witchwood on me. So, nothing needs to go into the chronotyper. And we'll put the redstone engine there. And I think... Yeah, we can put a lever on the back of that. Right. So let's take half of that. Stick that in the chest. Okay, close that. Chronotyper is set to move babies. And we are going to stick a couple of cows in here. There's 1. There's 2. And let's get some glass on the window. Okay. And... Oh, that's right. we haven't put any in there yet. Oh, there's a little guy. I hear him. I see him. He's poking his eyes out. Wait, that didn't sound right. He's not poking his eyes out. He's poking his eyes through the hole. There we go. So this lever should not be interacting with this block or that block or that block or the cable. So that should be fine. Wow, that's slow. We may end up coming back here and putting some glass on there as anyway. Alright, so I didn't make any covers, but that's fine. We'll just look through the glass. So let's see how quickly they breed. Actually, what I really want to know is how much power. So this is still not used much power at all. Seven, 6, 9, 2. Hasn't done anything yet. So let's see if we can get another breed going. I guess we have to wait for the timeout to occur. Alright, we got a brother for the other little baby cow. And we've used up a little more power, so that's working perfectly. The system appears to be working perfectly, so we just need to wait for these guys to turn into adults. So in the meantime, I'm going to craft some of these witchwood planks into covers. Nope. No, we can't do it? Oh, nuts. So I'm going to have to change my material. Well, that sucks. Huh. What would be something good for this? I'm thinking something really stark. An industrial. Maybe some stone bricks. Oh, man. Alright, well, I'm going to go get that sorted up. And we'll come back when these guys have grown. So that we can see what happens to them. And make sure it works. Sorry, buddy. It's going to happen. Alright, so let us get a couple of these guys made up. There we go. Covers. Oh, that should be plenty. Alright. Alright. Let's watch the carnage. Okay, that is a problem. That is a problem. I didn't think it was going to be a problem, but it's a problem. Alright, there we go. Cow done. And we have beef in here. I guess the drop rate, I'm hoping that the drop rate for the leather, no, yeah, there is a drop rate for the leather. It'll get the leather too. It just happens that the cow that died didn't have leather on him. So I guess the cow that had died from suffocation, actually, that drop actually made it into the chest as well. So we have 5 meat. So this is working great. So I think that's going to end this episode. And next episode, we're going to finish off with the sheep shearer upstairs. And I think that'll finish off more or less the barn. We may, well, we'll definitely put some more, put the chests in here to sort of automate things. And put the sorting in here, the diamond pipe, so that we get the meat sent into the infernal furnace, so that we got it cooked, and we should be good to go. So, I've been saying that a lot lately. Good to go. I've been smacking my lips too. I'm gonna try and. I hear it in the videos, and I'm trying not to say it, but I'm trying not to do it. But it's difficult when you get into bad habits, when you're relaxed and doing your videos. But I will consciously make an effort to switch up the vocabulary a bit and hopefully stop smacking those lips. As much as I enjoy it when they do it in Psych. I probably didn't come across very good on video. Anyway, so that'll end this episode. If you have any comments or suggestions, please leave them below. And until next episode, please do take care.